Hey everybody, soybean farmer. June the 3rd here on the little farm. Finally got something right. This is red clay. The stuff gets hard as a rock. For years I knew it was hard, and if you planted too deep in it, you could forget it. It was never going to come up. And this year I remembered, drill these seeds about 1/8 of an inch deep into this red clay and hope that a pounding rain doesn't come along and beat this clay hard so that the seed could not get back up through it. Well, I remembered, drilled it down about 1/8 of an inch, and the rain didn't happen, and lo and behold, praise God, there they are. You look right over this way, the red clay fades away, and you go back to some fairly decent black dirt, and you can see beans come up over there real easy. The point that it changes is about right here. When you can see my shadow on this side over here, that's pretty much red clay, and over here on that side, that's pretty much good dirt. Now these beans over here are a little taller because they popped right up real quick, and these had to fight their way through that red clay. Now I'm going to do a little experiment this year. I'm going to put a little more phosphorus and potassium right over here on these, right in this area, and see if I can't get these. Now that I've actually got beans here, we'll see if I can get these to grow as well as what this will do right over here. There's another little spot I'll show you. Y'all come on, walk with me. Okay, it's just around the corner, same field. Right up here, it's about 3 passes with the grain drill. This is the worst of it, red clay. And again, I remembered, drilled the seed in about 1/8 of an inch, and praise God we didn't have that pounding rain. There's a tire mark there where it looks like somebody drove across there, but they actually came up where that tire mark is at anyhow. But right there, and then right there, still red clay, and then this 3rd pass right here, still red clay. And if the camera's picking it up, it changes suddenly and drastically right here and starts becoming more of a sandy loam type of soil. And you can see the beans here are a lot further along. They came up better, quicker. But I'm excited just to have some beans over here in this red clay. So I'm going to try again to put some potassium and phosphorus on it, see if I can get it to grow. There's a lot of nitrogen just organically that's locked in red clay that's not available to the plant, but by putting some lime on it you can unlock it. So I'm going to try that. I mean, farming to me is just kind of a continuous experiment. Try different things and see if you can get an improved result. But as you walk on across here, you can see this right here. I've never had any trouble here. I can make beans real easy. Problem in here had been weeds got out of control, but I think I've got the right chemical applied this year in the fields that have been sprayed. Now this has not been sprayed, and the benefit I'm seeing here in this field in the past years, by this time the morning glory was just about as thick and just about as tall as the beans. This field I plowed with that moldboard plow that I bought from cousin Scotty Rock, and it actually came out pretty good up on this side. Everything was, dirt was flipping and turning and looking real good. Down there on the lower side there was a fight. It had a lot to do with the erosion that I didn't get 100% repaired. But as I've walked across this field the last couple of days looking at it, that morning glory seed, I know it's still there and I know it's going to come out, but right now it's not there. So the bean plants are getting a head start on it. Time these plants get, I I don't know, I have to get the camera down here to show you how tall they are. They're not very big. So here's one that's about average. I'll put the camera right on the ground. But those plants need to be twice that tall before I spray them, as heavy as I'm going to spray them, because I was talking to the chemical man. He said, stop playing around. Go with full strength. He said, you got a weed problem? Attack it like you got a problem. Attack it with a vengeance. So I'm going full strength. The beans that I've sprayed, I'm delighted with the result. I'm glad I had the conversation with the chemical man. We'll walk over there and take a look at it. Okay, these beans were sprayed last Wednesday morning, and this is Saturday afternoon. I go right over here to the corner, and that's sickle pod, and that stuff is hard to kill, and it's dead. Yeah, that plant's history. Sickle pod has got a waxy coating on it, so it's really difficult to get the spray to stick to it and kill it. The chemical man told me, he said, you put this on like I'm telling you, and you're going to see a little bit of burn on the beans, but don't worry about it, they'll grow past it and grow out of it. This right in here, that was morning glory, and it's dead. It's gone, it's history. There's lamb's quarter over there. You can see the red on that. It's dead, it's history. And these beans are about 3 times the height of what we were just looking at. Here's a spot here where the grain drill did something stupid. It looks like I stopped the tractor, but I do not remember doing that, because I know better than do that. But this is just, I call it nut grass. It's hard to kill because it doesn't have a large blade to take the herbicide. But it's dead. I'm really glad I went and talked to the chemical man, and I mean, right in here, it's dead. So I'm looking forward to maybe a little rain on this, because this is sandy loam soil here, don't hold water very long. You can see right over here if the sun don't mess it up, because I'm starting to point the camera towards the sun. If I'll just walk on over here. This was a thick stand of that stuff I call nut grass, and it's dead. Had to keep the boom out of the wheat. I'd like to have gotten a little closer to it, but didn't know how that would turn out. So that's unsprayed and sprayed. But I am tickled to death that I've got a good kill going on here. And I'll see if these beans can get a little water on them. They'll get a little height on them and bush out a little bit. And I'm expecting a solid canopy on these 7-inch rows spacing, that pretty much weeds will be done. And right up here by the highway, folks, I'll have a nice pretty little spot of beans. Now, get this weed off of here and come back in this line right here. I'm going to have to cut this land up, because just a few feet over into the wheat, it turns back into that red clay. And that stuff will be hard as a rock. So this is most definitely going to have to be cut up, and I'm thinking serious about plowing it. I don't know how it's going to work with all that wheat trash in the way, wheat straw, but I'll try it and find out. From what I've seen of plowing, it's worked pretty good where I got it right. That big field over on the other side of the farm that we called Allen Field, we didn't get that right. it was trashed with weeds. The weeds were right in there just as the beans came up. But I got a real good kill going on over there because I got over my fear of really putting out the chemicals, and looks like it's going to work out. Everybody, thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for subscribing. Bye, y'all.